Protect the topic of Germany as the voting in these early federal elections are close to finish. For more details, we're going live with our special envoy, Yunus Soner. Welcome, Yunus, to From the South.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, actually, from Berlin, the capital of the Federal Republic of Germany. I am right now in front of the federal headquarters of the Christian Democratic Union. You see the building right behind me, and you see a huge line here waiting for people to enter this building. That is due to the fact that the Christian Democratic Union, the Conservative Party, has been leading the polls in the parliamentary elections of Germany, which will be finished in approximately 15 minutes. At 6 o'clock local time, the voting centers will close, and at 6 o'clock and 1 minute, the national television will publish its exit polls taken today over the day at the voting centers, with more than 85,000 people interviewed by them in a representative way. And these numbers will indicate, they will not be any official numbers, but they will indicate how the seats of the 630 deputies parliament will be distributed among the parties. The parties will react already to these numbers, to these exit polls. They are considered kind of non-official but clear results. Now, here in the polls, the Christian Democratic Union has been leading. On second place has been always with 20% the Alternative for Germany party, the ultra right-wing and ultra nationalist party, which has been criticized by the rest of all the parties as not being a democratic party. All the other parties have rejected to enter any cooperation, collaboration, or coalition with this party, both at the federal level as well as in the different states of Germany. Remember, Germany is a federal state. So this is the second party, and it is a big question how they will end up in numbers. Third comes the Social Democrat Party. They have been on government until December, together with the Greens and the Liberals, but their coalition has collapsed, and thus they called for this early elections. These elections were scheduled to occur in September 2025, but they have been advanced. They have been taken to an earlier date due to the collapse of this coalition, and the Social Democrats are entering these elections with an expected poll of a result of 15%, followed by the Greens, who are expected to achieve 13%. So one thing is clear already: no party will govern this country alone. There will be talks about coalitions, but the mathematics of these coalitions will become clearer from 6 o'clock on, when the final results of two smaller parties will get clear, because there's a 5% threshold to enter the German parliament, and two parties, the Liberals and the Alliance of Sarah Wagenknecht, are in the polls between 4 and 6%. So they might enter, or they might just fail to enter the German parliament. And that will, of course, affect the distribution of seats in the parliament among the other parties and affect coalition calculations. As for the time being, there is much talk about the so-called grand coalition between the conservatives of the Christian Democratic Union and the Social Democrats, which might have to include a third partner. That might be the Greens, that might be the Liberals. But it seems pretty clear that after 6 o'clock, a lot of talking will begin about possible coalitions. This is to be remains to be seen, with 6 o'clock and 1, the first non-official exit poll results coming in via state television. All eyes are, as I said, on two factors: how will the extreme right end up in these elections, and will the two smaller parties make it into the parliament or not, thus affecting a possible future coalition constellations. But as for the time being, Friedrich Merz, the candidate of the Christian Democratic Union, is very confident that he will lead the election. He will lead the establishment of a new government here. And he presented himself very confident yesterday in closing his campaign when he said, the politics, the left politics here in this country are over. We will have a turn in the economic policy. We will have a turn in migration policy. He also promised to strengthen the German military and to, he called Europe to be more united, facing Russia, facing China, but also facing the United States. He said, who goes there small will be attended as a small person there. So he presented himself already as the future chancellor of the country, but we will have to wait for the final results that will come later in the evening, starting from 6 o'clock and 1 minute on.